go ahead and thank Mr. Round of applause. In fact, if you're on the team of women that made this lunch and did all this decorating, will you just stand up so we can thank you? We have some pretty wild stories about where all these things came from. In fact, Auntie's bicycle's so cute. They're so cute. It sounds like Anne. Where's Anne? So cute. Was it your husband that fixed these up?
Yes, we did.
These were in throwaway piles in people's garages, and Anne's husband came and fixed them all up. Isn't that amazing? I wonder if the Lord would do that for us this season, right? Take these old bicycles and fix them up. We want to let you know how dear you are, how absolutely loved and precious you are to God and to us. And my name is Shelly Voorhees, for those of you who don't know me, if we haven't met personally. And it is my privilege to get to lead our women's ministry this year. We have not lost anyone on the team, so don't worry or even give that a second thought. Everyone who has been serving on our women's ministry team is still serving on our women's ministry team. They just sort of said, here, you take the reins. And so then I get the privilege of taking the reins and helping us expand. And that's really what I want to talk to you about today, is the expansion and the vision of women's ministry for this year. And who knows what the Lord will do with this vision. But I would love the opportunity to share it with you. So when I was asked to take over this position as leading our women's ministry here at First Baptist Church, I asked the Lord about it because this isn't the first time I've been asked, but every other time the answer's been no. Both from the Lord and from my husband. But this time, when I asked the Lord and I asked my husband again, and he didn't say no this time. And so we prayed, and both the Lord and my husband, that's a good sign, they both said, yes, Shelly, it's time. And so we went to prayer and we asked the Lord, what are we doing? Where are we going? What vision do you have for these women that you have loved so dearly that you purchased them with your own blood? Because that is what we cost. That is the price that was paid for us. So it's going to be a big vision. And it is. The vision for women's ministry came out of Mark chapter 12. I don't know if you remember this passage, but the Sadducees came to Jesus one day and they were arguing with him. The Sadducees believed that there was no resurrection and they wanted to trap Jesus. They wanted to prove that there was no resurrection. And so they made up this wild story that just sounds horrible to me. You know which one I'm talking about? There's a woman who's married to a man. The man dies, and so she has to marry his brother, and he dies, and she has to marry his brother, and he dies, all the way down. Something like 7 brothers. Can you even imagine? She has no children, so there's no heirs, and the Sadducees asked Jesus, whose wife will she be in the resurrection, thinking that they've caught him in an impossible situation. And Jesus said to them, listen, in verse 24 of Mark 12, is this not the reason you are wrong? Because you neither know the Scriptures nor the power of God. You are quite wrong. Can you imagine hearing Jesus say that? That is, like my worst nightmare, to hear those words come out of Jesus' mouth. But he says, is this not the reason that you're wrong? You don't know your Bibles. You don't know your Scriptures. And you don't know the power of God. So, as one of the scribes was listening on, after Jesus corrects this Sadducee, another scribe came up to him, and I'm just going to read to you straight from the Scriptures now, and heard them disputing with one another, and seeing that he, that is Jesus, answered them well, asked him, which commandment is most important of all? And Jesus answered, the most important is this, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no greater commandment than this. Ladies, this is the vision for women's ministry. The vision for women's ministry is that we would love the Lord our God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind, and with all our strength, and that we would love each other as Jesus has loved us as our own selves. So, the vision of women's ministry is to see that we walk in this commandment, that we walk in obedience to this commandment. Now I have to tell you, I can't obey this commandment for you. My obedience doesn't count for you. And your obedience doesn't count for me. You can't obey this commandment for me. We all have to choose to obey this command ourselves on our own. However, we can do it together. That's the vision for women's ministry. To create a way for us to walk in obedience to the commandment of Jesus Christ, to love God with heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love each other together. So, in order to do that, I want to tell you all of the things that, by the grace of God and the power of the Holy Spirit, and by the partnership with one another, that we are endeavoring to do this year, to see that every single one of us has that opportunity to walk in obedience to that commandment. So I'm going to ask Jessie if she would to hand a flyer out to each table. So each one of you is going to get one of these. And I want to let you know what's going on in women's ministry. So on one side of the